Okay, let's see if we can get a couple more flights on the Eachine Mini P47 Warbird that I converted to brushless. This time I've got the 2S 350 milliamp hour 20C LiPo that came with the Arrows Pioneer. It is probably the newest battery of that size that I have, and it fits in this plane. So this is the first time I've flown with it. It should provide more power than those old tired 300 milliamp hour LiPos that I normally fly it with that are usually down to 8.2 volts by the time I get out here. And it weighs 4 grams heavier than the ones that I normally fly with. Alright, we're going to launch in stabilization mode. Launching. Alright, now we've got it in full manual mode. Alright, so let's see what it can do with this LiPo. Loop. Oh, okay. I would say that that battery provides good power for this plane. Nice roll. Slow it down a little bit. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so let's come back through here and see if we can do a, let me think, split S maneuver with it. Oh, no problem there. I like this battery in this plane. All right, let's see if we can do a stall turn with it. Here we go. Kind of lazy. It doesn't have a really big rudder on it. But isn't that awesome? Nice big loops. That's a Racer Star 1306 3100 kV motor I have in it with a spinning a gem fan 5x3 prop. It not only provides good power for this plane, but it also has good efficiency for a 2S power system. What do you think of that? Isn't that a cool little brushless micro warbird? I'll lose it in the sun here in a minute. That is awesome. Let me see. One thing I've never tried with this is Emmelman. Oh, how about that? It'll do an Emmelman. First time I've ever tried that with this plane. I'm starting to get a little more in practice with it. This is my 4th flight with it this morning, I think. You know, with the bigger planes, you don't have to be so soft on the controls, but you do with these micros. You just don't get a lot of resolution out of the those little tiny micro servos that you do with the bigger plane with bigger servos. So it takes some finesse flying these little micros, especially since this one is a lot faster with a 2S power system than it was stock. But how maneuverable is that? That is such a cool little plane. Whoa, right over top of the scrub. Okay. Alright, I put it back into stabilization mode. Let's see if we can bring it back around. Bring it in for landing. See where my wind is coming from now. Alright. Let's bring it in. One hop. Isn't that awesome? That is an awesome little brushless micro warbird, man. I love it. That is absolutely fantastic, guys. Okay, so let's put one more battery pack in it. I've got another one of my 300s that I normally fly with it. It won't have as much power, but man, I am really impressed with that little 2S 350 milliamp hour LiPo I've got in it now, even though it's 4 grams heavier. That really showed some power. So as long as you've got a LiPo in it that can provide the amps that it needs for that 2S power system, which is, so I think it maxes out at like 6-7 amps, something like that at full throttle. It can really pull it vertical. Man, that's got tons of power. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so I checked the pack after I landed. I had it in the air for a little over 5 minutes, and I certainly wasn't easy in the throttle, and I still had 3.8 volts per cell with that 350 milliamp hour pack. So it just goes to show with a newer pack that I can bring out here almost with full voltage before I put it in the plane, plus the fact that, you know, it's able to supply the amps that this needs. What a difference with one of those new 350 milliamp hour packs. I could fly it hard like that and get a 7-minute flight out of it. I think that's pretty good considering how much power it has. All right, launching. Now this is one of my original, I just put it in full manual mode. This is one of my original, one of the 2S 300 milliamp hour packs that I normally fly it with, and they're pretty old and they just don't hold a full charge. And I don't even know what the C rating is on them, but I'm sure it is not anything more than 20 C, like that 350. So let's bring it back through here and see if we can get a good sized loop out of it with this battery pack in it. Yeah, see the difference? See the difference in the power that it has, and this battery is 4 grams lighter than the 350 that I just had in it. So yeah, put in a good LiPo in it, makes all the difference in the world as far as power. This thing, I don't even think I'm going to get a full 5-minute flight out of it. Just cruising around. Just doesn't have the power. I may have to pick up some more of those 2S 350 milliamp hour packs to not only put in that Aeros Pioneer, but to put in this one, and I think I got a couple other planes I can use those in. I'm full throttle, guys. That's pathetic. Just no power at all now. Alright, I'm going to cruise around here. for a couple of minutes and then set it down. That battery pack just is not going to do it. Isn't that a cool looking airframe though? I love the look of the P47. And I think that this color scheme that it has on it is really nice. It makes it really visible in the air. Oh, I was going to run into myself. That is so cool. Awesome little plane. Okay, let's make one more circuit. I'm going to put it into stabilization mode. There we go. Come back through here and see if we can land it before the battery completely gives up on it. Going around. That was kind of shaky. That wasn't going to work. Alright, rudder. There we go. It's still a lot of fun just cruising around with it when you got a battery that just can't supply the amount of power that you need. But what fun. Man, I haven't flown this in so long. It's an awesome little plane, especially when you've got a good LiPo in it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.